Salavantis, District Attorney of Luzerne County.
Jerry Dessoye, Chief of Police, Wilkes-Barre.
Mike Kreidler, Lieutenant with Pennsylvania State Police.
At approximately 8 a.m. this morning, October 5th, 2012, members of the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force, which consists of members of the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department, United States Marshal Service, Lackawanna County Sheriff's Office, and Pennsylvania State Probation and Parole, attempted to serve an arrest warrant for Robert Montgomery III. Montgomery III was wanted out of Philadelphia for attempted murder and aggravated assault, which occurred in late August of this year. The subject had at least 8 prior offenses, including aggravated assault while DUI, from July of this year, robbery, theft, and simple assault with at least 2 offenses involving firearms. Law enforcement officers proceeded to a 5th-floor apartment at Sherman Hills and were met at the door by the subject's father, Robert Montgomery, Jr. The elder Montgomery was standing behind the door, which was not fully opened. When asked if his son, Robert Montgomery III, was present, he began stalling officers. One of the responding Wilkes-Barre City police officers, Sergeant Matthew Stash, was able to look beyond the elder Montgomery and identify his son, the subject, lying on a makeshift bed in the living room, not far away. Upon identifying the subject, Sergeant Stash ordered the subject to show his hands. The younger Montgomery, lying under a blanket, immediately began to open fire at officers, including Sergeant Stash, who was shot in the leg while diving into an adjoining room to avoid the gunfire. The gunfire from Montgomery's weapon pierced the door and several walls where officers were located. Officers returned fire, eventually killing the younger Montgomery. Elder Montgomery, who also was struck by gunfire and was transported to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley. The most recent reports indicate he is awake, alert, and coherent. We are awaiting ballistics to determine whether, in fact, he was struck by gunfire from his own son's weapon. Detectives and attorneys from the District Attorney's Office and members of the Pennsylvania State Police were present at the scene, followed by supervisors from the United States Marshal Service, including United States Marshal Martin J. Pane. Physical evidence revealed multiple gunshots from the location where the subject was found in the direction of the doorway where officers were located, as well as gunfire in the direction of the subject. A firearm was located immediately beside the subject. Based upon witness interviews with members of the public nearby during the incident, officers involved, and preliminary physical evidence, the District Attorney's Office is clearing the officers involved in any wrongdoing. Sergeant Stash was carried out of Sherman Hills by other officers and was transported to the local hospital. He is to undergo surgery on the wound which struck bone in his lower leg this afternoon and is expected to make a full recovery. At this point, are there anyone else here that wants to make a comment before we take questions?